Since you can't see me, at least you can hear the snaps. Doing sound only today because I still haven't gotten a haircut and I look like shit. And that's how we do it. But you don't want to look at me. You want to look at this heat win. So we're going to let this baby ride, man, because we've been on some kind of ride. It hasn't been like this a while, but it's been good. It's been good. And you see the flashes, right? You see the lights, right? You see like, whoa, it's going now. We're tripping out, baby. So let's let this shit ride out, baby. You don't know how many of these you're gonna have, so take advantage. Go, Jimmy. Ride out. Ride out. Ride out. Ride out. Okay. I'm tired now. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. Oh god, I'm gonna. Okay, hold on. Can we slow this down, please? Can we stop it? I'm gonna have to stop it now. We're gonna stop it now. Okay? We're stopping it. Jimmy, you did good, my friend. You did good today. We appreciate you and everything that you do for the multiverse. Sorry, I'm looking for this thing that I used to use, but I guess I'm gonna just have to use this real quick. So Jimmy, thank you very much. Can you go now? Can we get rid of Jimmy because he's starting to offend? Okay, there we go. He cultura, 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 he cultura. He cultura, however you say it, that's how you say it, now and forever. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio M-O-G-U-R-A, rocking at you from the MIA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon or on Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. It is a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, a bunch of my adventures as a raver, hanging out with my friends, getting fucked up, doing crazy shit, going to crazy raves. Check it out. Support independent writers, artists, creatives, publishers. Because independent publishers are basically the creatives who publish their own stuff. So don't even bother. Why are you bothering to support like the bigwig people? Don't. Support self-publishers and the people trying to get off the ground so that you could say, I supported that guy before he was big. Okay? And actually mean it. Right? Check out my Octo Taco page, which I'm doing a lot of blogs on. And I just am starting now. Okay, I opened up my box. I moved my box of comics into right in front of me. And I started looking at some comics today. So, and I opened up the website and looked at it for a little bit. So we're getting there. Sorry, I had to sneeze. My bad. I had to sneeze. I didn't want to give you all that. Okay, so I had to sneeze. So deal with it. Now I'm dying. So now I have to take a drink. So hold on. We're all dying here. That's better. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Actor Taco. Check it out. Comics blog. Then check out my TeePublic and check out my Spotify. What was it called? My Spotify playlist for all my music. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And there we go. Now we got through that. So, what do you want to talk about? Sorry, every time I sneeze, I get like this crazy like saliva thing and tickling my throat now. So it'll pass. But I grabbed the wrong thing to drink. I grabbed my mix of lemonade and Arizona tea for an Arnold Palmer. For an Arizona Arnold Palmer. Arizona Arnold Palmer. Instead of water. Because I wasn't anticipating sneezing 3 times in a row and choking to death before I even started the show. Didn't anticipate that. So, I'm sorry. I'm dying. I'll try not to die anymore. But I don't know if we'll get through it because I'm sweating right now and I'm really scared and I can feel the anxiety rising. And yeah, so get ready because I think this is it. So hold on. I don't know what to tell you about this win because it's against the Chicago Bulls and they fucking suck. Okay? They fucking suck. They're talking about breaking up the Bulls like last week. Right? And then they won against the Heat and they were like, okay, no, we're not going to break them up. And then now they're going to start talking about breaking up the Bulls. So, I don't know. What's good from this win, what you can take away, is that we beat that ass. And it's the first time this season where everything kind of came together. It sucks because I don't want to say that I'm hearing too much about like, oh, that they're doing all this without Hero. I think it's more like they're learning to get their own while Hero is out. You know what I mean? So like when he comes back and he brings back his 30 points a game to the table, he's not going to have to worry about being the only person scoring 30 points a game. Now we have D-Rob, who has suddenly made an appearance, who can at least put up 28, 26, 24. Right now, he's showing you, hey, Duncan Robinson can show you. I told you this, bro. There's those levels of Duncan Robinson that the Duncan Robinson is capable of being a 30 points a game scorer. That's what he's like. That's what, like, you know, he has the talent to do. But that's a little bit unrealistic. So we say, oh no, he can be like a 18-point scorer. That's like the peak. That's what they say. In reality, you know, it's more like he's a 15, 14, 13 point a game, but really what he gives you is like 9 points a game. So when he gives you the 9 points a game, you're like, wow, that's amazing. You're having the same reaction that you should have when he has 30 points a game. You were having that when he has 9 points a game. Okay? So in reality, what he was actually giving you out there, this man that is capable of scoring 30 points a game, like giving you 15 through like 18 points a game, like that's his thing. Expected to give you... Sorry, reconnect. This man is actually giving you 3 points a game. That's what we were dealing with when it came to Duncan Robinson. Now, when we're talking about D-Rob, that's a completely different beast altogether. D-Rob is someone that has no fear. D-Rob is someone who he hits his 3 points, whether he's guarded, open, or whatever. D-Rob is somebody that he has more than just the three, that he can actually take it to the basket. D-Rob gets fouls. Duncan Robinson does not get fouls. D-Rob gets fouls. There's a difference. Okay? Learn this now, that there is a difference between Duncan Robinson and D-Rob. And who we've had is Duncan Robinson. And right now, who's showing up is D-Rob. And that's who we want. Okay? So, now that we have D-Rob giving us what he's supposed to give us, what he's capable of, that excites everybody. Okay? Because everybody on this team likes him, and everybody wants to see him succeed. So when they see him doing good like that, the heat just gets so elevated because they know they don't really have to do much. Because if they go out there and they just do their job and they just do like how they normally play with D-Rob out there, they're like unstoppable. It's hard to beat the Heat when they play like this. Okay? Because the Heat are going to play defense throughout the whole game. The other team might play defense once in a while, but the Heat, they play defense, I feel, a lot more. I feel the most out of any team in the NBA. I feel the Heat are always playing defense. There's some teams that you go against probably that they don't play any defense. They don't give a shit. They try and pretend, they try and cover, but whatever, it happens, it happens. When they try and play defense, they foul. The Heat don't do that. The Heat are able to get steals. The Heat are clean in their defense. So that, they actually play defense. So when you get all that, it's really tough. It's really, really, really tough. The Heat have to get bigger, though. They have to find a way to incorporate one of the other younger bigs into the game while Bam is in the game. I want to see that. And I know we're just getting Joaquez settled. We're just getting Richardson is settling in nicely, it seems, you know? And I really don't want to go jumping for joy for Richardson because I've seen Richardson go on these streaks before and shit like that, so you just got to wait. You got to wait until it's a really big game that fucking matters. That's when I want to see Richardson show up like he's been showing up in these past couple games, okay? I want to see Richardson show up like he has in these past couple games in a big fucking game against the Celtics, 76ers, or the Bucks, games that matter, okay? Against the Lakers and against the Nuggets and against the bigger teams for out west. That's what we got to see, okay? So before you start praising him, hey, no, I don't want to even say that. You know, go ahead and praise Jay Rich because Jay Rich came here and nobody was like happy about that. Everyone was like, "What is this? What are we doing?" And he's proven to really fit within our system, okay? And I bet you he fits in our system more than any other system. You know, which is why a lot of these guys, when they leave, they don't really do much. You know, we're gonna see what Strus is up because Strus has been starting since the beginning of the season, and that. You better start Strus because you paid him a lot of money. But a lot of the load, I guess, he's been doing it because it's Cleveland, and this other guy has been hurt, and so we're gonna get to see Strus and we're gonna see what's up. Okay, we're gonna get to see what's up because there's a good chance that we might face Strus in the playoffs. That we might see Cleveland. Because they're like in that little middle pack, and we're going to be in a 3. So we might be 3-4, but right now, I don't know. I think this team is way better than it was last year. I think this team has better role players than it was last year. I think where it took Gabe Vincent replaced Dion Waiters. That's when Gabe Vincent came in. Gabe Vincent came in the year we got rid of Dion Waiters. And it took him all these years to kind of finally get noticed. Okay? And I feel... And then Max Strus came in, and Max Strus came in like a year after Duncan Robinson came in. And it took like literally a year or two for him to finally be noticed. So I think we're where we are now with our new guys, we're way ahead of where this team was last year. That's how I feel. I feel this team has kind of put it together a little bit quicker than I anticipated it. And I mean, they've got to face some real teams now, man, and they've got to beat some real people. So we've got to win up against Cleveland now. This road trip is going to be beautiful to see us put in the grind, because we're in the grind right now with this road trip, because it's like a fucking 10-game road trip or some bullshit like that. I don't know what the fuck, 7-game road trip. I don't know. But it's going to be a real grind, and it's going to be great to see this team, how it respond, how we last, how we get through this. And it's going to really tell us a lot about this team. There's going to be a really good tell for this team right now, and see if we can kind of powerhouse through it, because I think we are like a number 3 team. That we're gonna be riding this. We're fine. We're happy where we're at right now. You know, the way the output that we're putting forth is definitely a lot more than where we were last year, for sure. Oh God, for sure. At this time last year in November, we were not this good. We were not this good. Like, we didn't really put it together until after the All-Star break. Like, we were there, but we were still trying to get to 500 and keep it at 500, bro. Like, we're above 500, and I feel like the games that we have lost were all games that we could have won. All games we should have won. I think we've been blown out, like, I think once or twice, haven't we? Or maybe once? I don't even think we've been fucking blown out, honestly. I think we've given up huge leads. That's what we've done, which is our Heat MO, which is our usual fucking shit that we do, is we give up fucking huge leads. It says, no, that's what we do, you know? So I'm used to that. But I don't think anybody has been soundly and like, okay, there hasn't been a game where I'm like, oh my God, we got destroyed. That's it. We don't have a... No, every game we've been pretty much in. Every game I feel pretty good coming away even with the loss. I'm like, whatever. That was just because we fucked up there. We fucked up there, and the game that we lost now against the Bulls, Jimmy got greedy. Jimmy wanted to win it, bro. Jimmy wanted to come away with that shit, with the win, and the fuck you to the Bulls. So if he would have, I think, stuck to a plan and just kept kind of like attacking and not gotten greedy, I think we would have pulled it out in the end. Because you saw we broke these guys in half. We broke these guys in half. We broke their back at the end. Like, these guys gave up. That's why you saw Billy Donovan. He calls a timeout. They come out, and then he just bomb, and then he calls another timeout right away. That second timeout was like him telling, hey, bro, I know we've got like 3 minutes left in this fucking game, but you can't embarrass us like this. Don't let them embarrass you like that. Get the fuck out there and kind of fight a little bit. And they come back out and they throw a turnover. So I don't know what to tell you. But I know, baby. I'm doing my show. The kiddies wants to play. She always wants to play. Never stops wants to play. So I'm really happy where we're at right now. You should be happy. You should not be kind of pissed off with this team. There's nothing. The only thing is you want to get Hero back out there ASAP, man. You want to get Hero out there as soon as possible so he can get back to form, because it's going to take Hero at least 3 games, maybe, hopefully 2, man. But I really think it's going to be like 3 games before we see Hero like consistent again. Because it takes Hero a little bit, it takes Hero a game or 2 to kind of get back into the flow. The first game back, he always sucks. So I don't expect when he finally comes back for him to be like, oh my God, great. But he's got to get back out there. He's got to get in the mix with these guys playing like this, man, so that we can really see this team get to another level. Because there's another level with this team. I think this team has 2 more levels. Right now, this is like the kind of play that you want to do for the entire season. If we can kind of play like this for the entire season, I think we'll be good. Like, we'll come away with like the 3rd seed, or we might even come away with the number 2 seed. Because I think we can definitely beat Milwaukee a couple more times. We can beat all the people that we play, man. We do. It's just, do we want to that day? Really, that's really what it is. So I think this team has another level that is like, okay, this is their playoff mode now. And I think within that playoff mode, there's 2 more fucking levels. Like, this is definitely the team. This is not the final form of this team at all. Okay? This team is still got a lot more work to do. We haven't even put Swider out there. And Swider is the guy that's going to replace Max Strus. So it'll be interesting to see when we go against Cleveland if they play Swider. I would like to see Swider play when we play Cleveland, because I want to show everybody who we replaced Max Strus with, which is Swider. Okay, Swider is just chilling, waiting to be put out there. Jovic was like he got sent to the fucking D League again with fucking Kane, and I'm like, I get why now they send them there, to keep these guys fresh and to keep these guys like playing and keep these guys like fresh, because if they're sitting on the bench the whole fucking time, they're just gonna get cold. But I just don't like that, man, because I'd rather keep them on the fucking bench, because when they're on the bench, you can actually decide to play them. If you don't have them on the bench because they're playing Sweet Falls, losing some bullshit game, you can't play them then that night. So it doesn't make sense. But whatever, whatever. But I want to see Jovic back getting minutes, and we got to see Kane getting some of these fucking minutes too. That's why it was weird to get J Rich, man, because you thought Kane was going to take his minutes. You thought Kane was going to be the J Rich guy. But obviously, Kane's not. Kane's good. He's a good player, just like how E. Reed says, but he's obviously not there yet, and he still needs a lot of work. I think Jovic, on the other hand, I think he needs to stop going to the D League. Fuck that, bro. Like, you need to play that motherfucker. You need to find minutes for Jovic, because Jovic is an energy guy, plays super hard, and he's an incredible rebounder, dude. And that's something that would be very destructive. Like, if we can get that. So it's gonna be good to see this team now, and the next stretch of games that we have, which is on Wednesday. We should have a Heat Cultura on Wednesday, no problem. Thursday, obviously, good thing there's no game because it's Thanksgiving. And then the next Heat Cultura, which is Friday. Again, fuck me, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, man. This season is bullshit because this is kind of what's thrown us off with Heat Cultura is that when there's a Heat Cultura that there's a Jet game on, that like throws me off because I gotta watch the Jet game. I don't care how many times or how often I say I'm not gonna watch the game. I don't give a shit. Right now, I don't give a shit about the Jets because they just fucking benched Zach Wilson and oh my god, all that stuff like that. So you would think that I want to watch the next fucking game to see how the team looks. I don't want to watch the next game. They're playing the fucking Dolphins this Friday, man. The Dolphins are gonna destroy the Jets because the defense is gonna hold the Jets. The defense is gonna hold the Dolphins for a little bit. But then at some point, it's just, the offense is going to be so inept that they're not going to do shit that, again, that eventually that they're just, they're going to give up and then the Dolphins are going to destroy us, And the whole thing is that we got to get rid of the offensive coordinator, not the fucking players. Players are fucking fine. Zach Wilson is fine, man. He just needs someone to make him good fucking plays, bro. Like, we don't have an offensive coordinator is good. That's our problem. So anyways, on Friday they play him, and then on Friday is the next NBA in-season tournament, Friday, 7:30 p.m. against the Knicks. So, Friday is one hell of a day for New York versus Miami. Friday is the New York versus Miami holiday. Okay, because you're going to have the Knicks versus the Heat in New York, okay, for 7:30 tip-off. And then I think it's a 1 o'clock game. Oh, I know it's a 1 o'clock game because it's Black Friday. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's a 1 o'clock game right now. Hold on. My God, stupid. And you search up Black Friday game and it was like, oh, it's video games. It gives you video games. You fucking asshole. It's at 3 p.m. Thank God. So so we should be okay. But even so, I'm gonna be drained more than likely, just out of energy because I know after that game it's gonna be depressed. I'm gonna be depressed, and then I'll get to watch it. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a Heat Cultura. Maybe there won't be a Heat Cultura. How about that? But regardless, it's gonna be the day of Miami versus New York because you're gonna have Jets Dolphins in New York, and then you're gonna have Heat Knicks tournament. In-season tournament in New York, and Miami is 3-0 in the in-season tournament right now. So that's gonna be a good game. So maybe we'll do that, and then what do we got after that? And then we have a back-to-back. It's still in New York against the Nets, and then the next game after that would be Tuesday, Bucks Heat. Okay. In-season tournament. So we've got a nice stretch of games to see how good. And then we got the Pacers on Thursday to finish up November. So these last couple games, these last 5 games in November are going to be really big for the Heat. We're going to learn a lot about this team in these next 5 games because a lot of these games, these are all playoff games. These are all teams that are going to be in the playoff race, in the playoffs, or we're going to face them for a playoff berth or something. I don't know. I think we're definitely better than the Cavs. I think we're definitely better than the Knicks. We're definitely better than the Nets. The Bucks is the one game that we want to really go in there and stomp on their throats and just remind them. And that will be good for us because that game's actually back at home. The Pacers and the Bucks Pacers, those 2 games to finish up November, those games are back at home. So we're going to be on the road with Cleveland, Knicks, and Nets and then finally come home. So that'll be good. So we definitely want to be coming into that Bucks game on a high note. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna really see and learn a lot about this team. I think that's about it because what more do you want me to say? Just keep on gushing about me. I mean, like you don't really. I'm not here to give you stats. Okay, I'm not. There's plenty of other people that'll give you the stats and stuff. I'm just here to give you the feel, the vibe, and the know-how. So we'll be back here. I guess we'll see Wednesday if how I feel after the game on Wednesday, if I'm not dead from the fucking Carvel ice cream that I feed myself because I'm fucking depressed. Then I'll do Cultura, and if not, then we'll do it back at you. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, we'll be here Wednesday. We'll be here Wednesday for sure. Yeah, we'll be here Wednesday after the Cavs game, and then after that, we'll probably pick up Cultura Saturday after the Nets game. That's what we'll do. So the next Cultura will be Wednesday after Cavs game, and then after that, we're just gonna pick up Saturday night after the Nets game, and we'll talk about the other game. So, just to cover the other previous games, I mean, there's really nothing much. We went on a 7-game win streak, and then we lost the 7-game win streak against the Bulls, which is fucking bullshit. We should have won this fucking last game, and we should have been winning our ninth. But whatever, we're 8-1, so it's no big deal. That's still pretty good, considering how we started. We started everyone freaking out. Oh my God, this team did. We didn't get Donovan Mitchell. Oh my God, we're all crying. Everybody's all hell's breaking loose. The sadness, the fucking bullshit. And now what? I mean, how do you feel about this team? This team is just. You should be clearly seeing that this team with every game gets better. And when there's a loss, this team responds to the loss, which is what you exactly want. Okay? That's exactly what you want. Okay? We that loss against fucking the Bulls hurt us. Because now we're 8-5. Or should we, I don't think this is updated. Oh yeah, no, I guess it was updated. Yeah, I guess so. Five losses. We're 8-5. So are you sure about that? I thought we were 9-5. 8-5. I don't know. So are we missing a game? Did I do something? Hold on. I think I'm off a game. I think I am off a game. Yeah, we're 14. One. Two. 3. Yeah, I guess so, dude. All right. So we've only played 13 games, but that doesn't seem right. We're at equal to the 14. So whatever, I'll figure it out. But yeah, man. I mean, we gotta really just flip it against these bigger teams, because the only losses that we've had are against the Nets, the Bucks. We had a loss against the Timberwolves, which I think that was our only like kind of blowout loss, which we lost. No, in the Celtics, but I don't think the loss in the Celtics was a blowout, because we were like close throughout that game, and then they kind of got away from us, and then we kind of caught up. I don't know. I remember. But the Timberwolves is a weird game because they were 90. We lost 90 to 106 by 16. The Bucks, I think, is another game that got away from us. So we gotta really respond against the Bucks and the Nets. And then the next time we play the Celtics, man, like, it's not gonna be for a while. Yeah, we don't play the Celtics again till the end of January. So, the biggest game I think that we have upcoming, I guess, after this in-season tournament crap thing, whatever the fuck it is, I don't even know anymore, because we have, I guess the in-season tournament takes place after the second, because there's no games from the 2nd to the 11th, so there must be something going on there. But there's like no real, like, all of these games are winnable, man. Like, we wanna make sure that when the Timberwolves come to Miami, we kick their ass. That's for goddamn sure. But we're gonna have Pacers. We gotta win against that Pacers twice. We gotta try and take those 2 games, not just go 1-1. That's bullshit. The Hornets, we're gonna face them twice. Gotta beat those, and then we're gonna finally face the Bulls the last 2 times. So we're gonna finish up a couple of the series with the Bulls, and we're gonna really tighten up with the Charlotte, with the Hornets, and so we gotta win all. These are all games that we're supposed to win. We'll be favored in. So we gotta take them, man. You know, we got to make sure we take the Magic and the Hawks games and then go into facing the 76ers as like one of the top teams in the NBA. Because, what, baby? She wants me to stop, but I'm not going to stop. Sorry. So that's basically what's got to happen, man. And, like, look at the Magic and the Pacers are, like, right behind us. So those aren't I don't want to say that those are bad pushover teams, man. Magic's going to play us tough. Pacers going to play us tough. You know, the Knicks always play us tough because of the Knicks, but we should really be able to beat the Knicks and beat the Cavs. And we got to stomp the Nets this time, bro. Like, we can't let the Nets beat us. They're like 10th in the Eastern Conference. It's bullshit. They're 6 and 7. You know, but 6 and 7 and 8 and 5 are really not that. They're even 8 and 5 and fucking 10 and 3 are not that off, bro. But the same thing as every year. Celtics, 76ers, and Bucks, 1, 2, 3, you know? And then the Heat right there. Just chilling. The Heat have learned their lesson, man. Let the Celtics, let the Bucks, and let the 76ers fight for the top 3 spots, trying to fucking kill themselves. Trying to, like, you know, oh my God, we want to be the number 1 team in the league. So they're the ones always fighting, just breaking themselves in half for it. And then by the time they reach the end of the season and we get into the playoffs, the Heat turn it on. And the Celtics, 76, and Bucks, they all put so much effort into the regular season to get their home court advantage and all this kind of shit. And then, boom, here come the Heat. Goodbye. There goes the Heat to the next fucking round. Well, you go home. Look out for it, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, this team right now is better than last year. This team right now is better than last year. What's different from this year and last? What? Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, that's it. That's what everybody was crying about. And right now, I'm telling you, with the guys that we have, I trust these guys. I trust Jaquez way more than Gabe Vincent and fucking Max Strus right now. I trust that guy way more than where those 2 guys were at. Like, let me tell you, man, I really liked Max Strus, and Max Strus that year that we all flipped on him. Like, he had great defense. That's why he got more playing time, because he showed that he could play better defense than Duncan Robinson. And Jaquez right now, where Jaquez is at, he's a better defender to where Max Strus was left at. For sure. For sure. For sure, man. No doubt. No doubt. And I know Jay Rich and Gabe Vincent, now that I'm seeing how Jay Rich is looking, man, hey, maybe we don't have to worry about that. You know, the one thing that I see that is definitely Kyle Lowry has tapered off. But you can also see how he's conserving himself a lot. And when he's on, he contributes good. So we just got to hold the very few shots that we have left of Kyle Lowry until we need it, you know, and just have him out there facilitating mostly and moving the ball and then giving us that open 3 when he can. And then also giving us a fucking ridiculous shot to the basket. I mean, you know, Kyle Lowry looks good. He looks fine, but there is something like a little hint of it. But he seems okay. Butler, forget it. Butler's still there, bro. But we're good with Butler. And Bam has looked the best he's ever looked on this team. Bam looks the best he's ever looked on this team. So he's better than he was last year. Duncan Robinson looks the best he's ever looked on this team. So he's better than last year. This team is fine. And Hero looks way better than he's ever looked too. Averaging almost 30 points a game. Of course, that's the best season the Hero's had. So he's better than he was last year. This is a better team. And you're going to tell me, well, everyone else got better. And I'm like, I don't think so, bro. The only thing that happened with everybody else is that they lost players and they had to get other guys and now try and make those guys work. And I have way more confidence that this organization can make an unknown guy off the fucking street who is fucking stocking shelves at like Publix. They can make that guy better in the time that they have than someone going to another team. You know, the Bucks are just relying on Donovan on what was his name? Donovan Mitchell? No, not Donovan Mitchell. Fucking Damian Lillard. They're just relying on his talent, you know? They're bringing him in there and trying to put him into his system, but in the beginning, they're just going to hope that, he can come in here and he can just make crazy-ass shots. You know, he don't like that. He'd get you in and they integrate you into the system and you become Heat culture. I said this last year. They're like the fucking Borg. You know, like you don't come to Miami and then just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, you know, you come to Miami and you have to fit their system and you have to. They put you in the machine thing and hook you up to the Borg machine and turn that shit on and welcome to the collective. This is Cultura. So yeah, I like where we're at. I feel good, and you should feel good too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish it there. Yeah, and then we'll check you back here after the Cleveland game on whatchamacallit on Wednesday. Okay, so Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever, I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio Mogura. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me up at the CashApp. Hit me up at Amazon or Barnes & Noble and buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on both platforms. It's basically a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s and all my adventures as a raver here in Miami. Check out my octotaku.com, which is my blog and my comic shop. I'll be putting up comics soon. Check out my TeePublic shop with all my t-shirt designs. And then check out my Spotify playlist, which has my entire discography back from 1999 up until this year with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. So go ahead and support me on all those platforms, please. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want my music directly and you want to support my music the best way, hit my Bandcamp up. That's the best way. I really would appreciate it if you guys would help out with some donations because we're doing. I'm trying to get the film off the ground. I'm trying to get the animated pilot off the ground, and that's just a lot of work of me sitting, doing it all by myself. And then the film, it's just that's a lot of money. That's gonna. I kind of ran out of money on that, so I need to kind of find more funds. So I'm in the middle of just like pitching producers and seeing if I can find somebody to hop on board to just help out, find me people when I need people, and just help me with like carrying shit, you know. So I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for a couple more things, and I'm also still looking to fill in the female lead role. So if you are an actress or if you know of an actress that is Miami, South Florida based, please, by all means, contact me via Threads or Instagram or by email. The email is on the website, studiomogura.com, and also the casting call is on studiomogura.com, so go ahead and check that out for all the information on the role and all the information on the film. It's a legit, independent, micro-budget film, and we'll be filming it in my studio office at in Hialeah, as well as on location around Miami in a couple places. So please, if you know anybody that might be interested, let them know or let me know, and then we'll sort it. And then the position is paid too. The role is paid. It's like the lead female role, and you'll get a lot of lines, you get a lot of screen time, and you get to pretend you're like a goth like chick who's like super important and almost like a super goth socialite. Imagine like a goth Paris Hilton. That's who you get to play. So, so check it out. All right. Also, is there anything else? I think that's it, right? Because did we cover that? Yeah. No, I don't want to get into. No, I can't. I don't want to get into that because if I start talking about Marvel or anything, I'm gonna freak out and stuff. So let's just not get into that. So, okay. So we'll catch you here on Wednesday. All right. Don't freak out. Just freak out.